Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I took a week off from Langrisser Mobile because I was initially sick, and then once I recovered I was too busy catching up on work and so on in real life, which made it very tough for me to play the game as a result. So as a result I took a full week off, and long story short, I'm a little bit behind as a result in terms of my shard farming because, well, a week would be 7 days. 7 days times 9 shards per day would mean I'm missing 63 shards at this time, right? 63 hero shards. So those 63 would have really helped because Bozo would have been completed, for example. Yulia would have been completed, and then would have had some extra shards to probably upgrade Gizerov and young Jessica, right? So nonetheless, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I think real life is more important than the game. So, so be it. So, with regards to that, surprisingly, I thought that the event Maiden Voyage would be over, but I actually still have 2 more days. So, I will get to complete Light and Dark, probably tomorrow. So I will be able to finish off this event actually, and probably get my 9,000 points to get the Trinity Crystals there as well. So there's a few things I can catch up on, the Maiden Voyage, so on. And other than that, of course, I will have to catch up on the world map events, as well as, most importantly, the time rift, because I really need to do the time rift to unlock the resources I need to upgrade characters so that they can get their 3C skills, especially since they're about to be released, right? We're expecting level 70 to arrive this Thursday on February 13th. And of course, the other thing I should mention about February 13th is they have already had a major update announcement, which says, can you guess who our legendary crossover heroes are yet? Pretty obvious, isn't it? So Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely coming on Thursday as well. So we'll see how all of this goes. I have to say, overall, missing those 62 shards has set me back a bit. But you know what? If I focus primarily on PvE content, I don't actually need my heroes at 6 stars. So it still kind of works out in truth. So with all of those things mentioned, I thought I would go over the dragon farming results, not of last week, but the previous week, because I was not playing last week at all. And the previous week, which was from the 27th to the 2nd, I only got 6 SSRs in total from doing the joint battles and so on and so forth. Joint battles, dragon runs, etc. But of those 6, I did manage to get a last rites. So that was my 4th one, which really helps. I've mentioned before that the more last rites you have, the better overall. And so having 4 certainly helps. It gives me more characters who can have extra survivability. Right. Other than that, the other 5 was a Goddess Dress, or Carbon Fiber Helmet, or Frost Rend, which was Ord. I also got a Cloak of Defiance, which I've kept for now. I know I do have several of the what's it called? The pink uniforms from the Sakura Wars banner. That does the exact same thing. But I kept this one too. And then I got a Reaper's Breath on Saturday. On Sunday onwards, I really didn't play. So there was nothing after Saturday. So overall, not too bad in terms of the items. At least I was pretty happy with it. And let's just jump back into the game. And the reason I kept the Cloak of Defiance is because I realized that I'm actually missing quite a few armors on characters, like for example Matthew. So I started deciding to build up, minor sets of equipment for some of these characters so that I don't have to move equipment around and they can still be used for guild wars, especially for auto battling them, right? So for now, Matthew has, you can see here, a level 20 Cloak of Defiance. I've started doing that with a whole bunch of other characters. For example, we can see Sonya here now has a level 50 Last Night, level 50 Judge's Talisman, a spare Reaper's Breath, and then a level 30 Arcane Garb to allow her to be used. Other than that, bring up Olmeda, for example. She has some leftover items from other heroes who currently don't need them, like a Holy Ring, a Blue Moon that's level 30, and then a Green Leaf Coat and a Sage's Hat. And then other than that, other heroes who have some equipment would be characters like Liffany, right? We can see I've leveled up a level 50 Purgatory, a level 50 Meditation Ring, and then her armor and helmet are just low level items for now, so that she has utility when I need her without having to once again shift equipment around. In the case of Liffany though, in truth, I really do need to at least finish her single class mastery and probably get some bonds on her if I really plan to use her. As it is, it's very awkward for me if I want to use Liffany, so we'll see about that. Right? Because her bonds, like, I actually did not even unlock her strength bond. Interesting. Unexpected. I finished this map, but I guess I forgot to use Diharto to get her strength bond. So, in any case though, so I'm slowly building up sets of gear for other heroes that I could potentially use. That really just kind of sums it up. And the final thing I should mention is, well, I'm doing more upgrades on my training field steadily. For example, my Archer and Assassin is now up to 60% attack, right? 54% attack on the Holy and Demon, right? 56% on the Flyer, and then the Cavalry has 50%, but it also does have 50% defense and magic defense increase. So you can see, bit by bit, I'm starting to upgrade all these training grounds. The one that I'm kind of neglecting is the Lancer training ground, because I don't really use Lancers, and the Infantry training ground because of lack of resources. I kind of want to finish these ones first before I start focusing on the Infantry training ground. So that's kind of the status of my training ground as a result. One thing I did realize though is due to the week off, I am missing a lot of, let's say, burgers and so on, right? A week of 7 days times 4 burgers per day is basically what? Another 28 burgers. So I'm actually surprised by how much of a difference as even just taking a single week off makes. Other than that, because it's been the new month, right, I currently have 7 runestones, which is a big surprise to me. The reason for that is because, first of all, with the new month, right, there's the store runestone, right? There's the guild store runestone. I also did do the full purchase on the Big Bros Gamble, so that I got the skin as well, Lambda skin, as well as the runestone here. So as a result, I suddenly, and finally, I collected enough of the SSS Timeless Trial materials to make yet another runestone. So I do have a lot of runestones on hand as a result, 7 of them. I haven't decided who I'm going to use them on, and we'll see. And in large part, the limitation on the runestone usage will be my guild medals, right? I'm actually lacking materials to purchase the class upgrade materials. So I'll hold on to them for now, right? I'm guessing Yusuke will take up 2 of them, and then we'll figure out the rest of the characters who need runestones later. It's not that I don't have characters that don't need them. For example, Rachel could certainly use 2 so that I can get her double class mastery. So there's lots of characters who I could use the runestones on. It's more figuring out who is priority so that I can have the guild medals used to get the materials I need to upgrade them. So, but there's no rush on that overall. And yeah, so that is pretty much my current status. My plan right now is, currently I need to finish up the Time Rift for sure. That's my priority in terms of time commitment, because I need to be able to start doing the level 70 upgrades. Another thing I should mention is taking that week off has put me pretty far behind as well in the bonding realm. right? Because the level 70 bonding realm is giving the new 3C upgrade materials, right? So what I mean by that is the awakening materials, like these, the splendid stardust, right? So the fact that I missed a week means I'm missing 7 of these. So another reason I'm further behind. But to get these materials, I need to finish up the elite class. The time rift elite mode. So lots of things I need to catch up on, basically. It is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty confident I can catch up on these things, so ultimately it's not a big deal. It's just, yeah, I'm surprised how far behind I am overall. So that pretty much covers my current plans. I'm going to have to figure out, once again, how to do my shard farming. Well, I'm going to finish off Bozo this week. I'm going to finish off Yulia this week. Then I'm going to figure out who my new characters to farm shards on will be. I'll probably do Gizerov up to at least 5 stars, right? I'll probably do Prime Jessica up to 5 stars. But then Yusuke will probably be another character that I'm going to be farming up. So that will likely be... But then Leonhard is another character I really do want to bring up to 6 stars. So lots of characters I need to focus on, as always. We'll see how it goes, you know. And yeah, that pretty much sums up my current status. Oh, one last thing I will mention before I end this video. It's that when I started, I actually ended up doing a whole bunch of equipment banner purchases, right? I think I had around 85 Trinity vouchers before this. So I used, I think, 80 of them. And the 80 was actually pretty good. At the very least, it gave me 3 Hand of Tears, right? I mentioned how Hand of Tears are the equipment you want pretty much for all characters that can equip it, at least for PvP purposes. So I can't complain about that. I think I got one of these Giant's Resistances, which I ordered, and then I think I got another random item. Okay. In truth, though, I was hoping to get a Mimir's War Axe, but it didn't happen, and I'm not willing to spend any more Trinity vouchers or Trinity crystals on it, because after those 80 draws, I realized I really do need to be ready to do draws for Yusuke, the Yu Yu Hakusho banners, right? I really want to get Yusuke, and I do want to get Hiei, so we'll see how it goes. So that pretty much sums up my current status. I mean, 19... If I convert all of this into Trinity vouchers, that gives me 219 vouchers. So 219 plus 7, that gives me a total of 226 vouchers. This is going to be a bit rough. We'll see how it goes, though. All right. So maybe I will end up regretting doing those 80 equipment banner summons. We'll see. In any case, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. NItro out.